Hey guys, this is Pablo at the Midnight Oil Bookstore, coming at you with another book review. Today we're going to be talking about I Am Legend. So this is going to be the movie tie-in version. There's, I don't know if I have the other version. Either way, so this is actually a collection of short stories, and I Am Legend is just kind of takes up the majority of the book, maybe 2/3 of it. But if you want to read some other stuff after I Am Legend, there's some beautiful short stories afterwards too. Kind of twisted, but let's dive into it. Also, there's going to be a spoiler as far as what happens at the end, because that is my favorite part of the book. So if you've watched the movie, it's pretty similar. Of course, you're always going to have the differences of the description of characters. So Will Smith's definitely not the ideal version of the protagonist in this story. Very much different, but you kind of have this similar dystopian happening. So society kind of crumbles. There's a virus that kind of takes everyone out. And now you have, in this case, Will Smith, the main character, as a scientist who's trying to find the cure. And so he's testing and running tests on these kind of vampire-like versions of the surviving humans, or I guess not survivors. So he has this whole routine that he goes through to kind of like in the movie, to stay fit, and he's putting out these radio signals to try to find any other survivors to try to rebuild, essentially. And so what happens is you have a little bit more context, more stories and interactions as he's clearing buildings and capturing people to test them. And towards the end, you do meet the characters. So the female character in the movie, that is very real. She's there with her son, and they kind of live together. And in the book, she kind of vanishes for a little bit, and she's trying to convince him to join this colony of survivors. And what you get to learn, and this is the spoiler, so stop watching now if you don't want to know how it ends. What you get to realize is that he kind of works by daylight, right? At night, these vampires are actually sophisticated enough to where they're building their own society, and they now have their own, I want to say it's pills that they take to kind of be able to now walk during the day and be portrayed as human. So she essentially infiltrates the main character, captures him, and then takes him and imprisons him. And so this is my favorite part. So the last scene essentially is him in this prison overlooking a field of these vampire type things, and they're all staring up at him. And he's kind of panicked. He doesn't know what's going on, what's going to happen to him, right? And that's where it clicks. He is the legend. They're not the monsters anymore. They're now sophisticated. They're creating their own world. But now he's the myth. He's the legend. He's the guy who comes in the middle of the day and kills them and takes them. So they're up there looking at him through these bars as the legend now being captured. So, and that's kind of where he realizes, things have switched. So it's a great book. I liked it way more than I thought I would. I'm going to give this like an 8.8 rating. So if you've read it, please let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what you want me to review next. And if you're looking for a fun dystopian read, check it out. I Am Legend. Thanks.